Hi everyone, Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com, and it is Tuesday, April 9th, 2019, here's the free live show. Of course, we are live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, doing free picks, NBA, Major League Baseball going on. Of course, college basketball, it's all over. Virginia Cavaliers, the winners, I don't know, man. It's like, you guys know how much I hate officiating, and we saw it once again last night. Of course, it is what it is. If you have games, if you have close games, if you don't put teams away, then you leave it in the hands of the officials and you get what you get. And I think, Texas Tech fought the good fight. I think they deserved a better fate. I think if you're going to lose, losing fair and square always hurts a little less. But nonetheless, congratulations to Virginia on everything they accomplished this year, especially after being knocked out as a #1 overall seed last year. Anyways, it's just sports. We move on to another day. We've seen worse calls than happened in the last 2 Virginia games in clutch times. We've seen worse. We see worse on every day. Every day we see worse calls. So, it is what it is. Anyways, do free picks every single day. Our best bet's always over at SportsChatExperts.com. Got some new partnerships going on. We'll be telling you guys more about that. Some sports books for some of the U.S. states that will be going legal in the very near future. Get you guys signed up, offers, all that stuff. So when you're ready to go, you'll be ready to go, I guess. I don't know. You want me to get you to sign up, even though you can't use it yet. But I guess you'll be able to use it soon, and this way they'll be able to notify you and give you the offers. Hey, don't ask me, I just work here. But I think it's something, well, if they support what we do. New York should be going, I don't know if New York's going to go online yet, but New York will be going legal by the end of the year for sure. Probably by football season. But I don't think they'll go online until next year. Pennsylvania, I believe, is next online. At least that's what I'm hearing. So it'll be New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Nevada that you can go online from your house. Other states have online, but you need to be in the casino to do it, which, I don't know, it doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to me. Of course, we do free picks on this show every single day. I'll explain to you some of these things and, I guess why you should try it. I don't know. Some of the things look actually pretty cool, so. Anyways, do free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at SportsChatExperts.com. Some guy hammered me in our group yesterday. I went 1-3 in the premium area. It was my first losing day, and I don't know since last Sunday. I don't have winning days every day. I certainly don't win every single pick. That's for sure. But yeah, we had a really nice run and still got hammered, so happens. Anyways, do some free picks today. I hate the new YouTube. Can't stand it. I just find it extremely hard to get to where I want to go to. They make it really difficult. It gives you a ratio now of likes to dislikes, which is weird. So weird. Like I care. But if you are watching, hit the like button. Greatly appreciate it. See, just to get back to the video that we're doing, pain in the ass. Oh yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's not a real word. Anyways, not a real word. Punky Joe Kavanaugh, winner of $10. Hopefully he spends it all on drugs and hookers. I'm sure he will. I'll be in Boston in just a few weeks. May 13th. So hopefully I see you then. Anyways, let's get to some NBA. Man, this card is so hard. It's like most of the teams that have something to play for don't play today. So tomorrow is really when all that action is going to be taking place. One of the teams that has something to play for is the Pistons. Weighing 10.5 here against the Grizzlies. This is a lot of points. I mean, I understand that, the Grizzlies really have nothing left to play for but pride. But, man, the Pistons, they've kind of stunk it up here down the stretch with a lot to play for. They've lost their last 4 games. They lost to the Pacers twice at OKC and then at home to Charlotte as 6.5-point favorites. Meanwhile, Memphis has lost 3 of their last 4, 4 of their last 6. Ugh, this is just a brutal game. They back-to-back games against Dallas. They beat them at Dallas, and then they lose at Dallas. They lose at home to Dallas by 2 in overtime. Lost to Portland, who's been playing well down the stretch. The Clippers, who've been playing pretty well, beat the Suns. Meanwhile, the Pistons, like I said, don't love the way they've been playing. I believe they win this game. But I'm going to take the Grizzlies plus the 10.5. This is, like I said, not a lot of games here tonight where the teams that really need the wins are in action, and this is one of them. So I'm going to guess with everybody knowing the Pistons have played themselves into a position where they absolutely need this game. I'm going to go to the other side of it. Yes, Bob Kraft style. So your $10 win will get you 1/6 of a blowjob at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa. Yes. So you're 1/6 of the way there. 6 more days of $10 wins. You are you're getting a Hummer from what do you call it? A sold sex slave or something. It's like the whole story is just so ugly. Anyways. Let's get to another free pick. Like I said, the NBA is really, really hard today. I think that another angle to play here is you have the teams that are going to the playoffs, like the Raptors, and they're playing a team like the Timberwolves that aren't going to the playoffs. So you would think that maybe they rest some guys, but are they so bad, Dave Barna gets... So the blowjobs are only $10. Punky, if you hook up with Dave, you should be in good shape. Anyways, those of you that don't know, Joe Kavanaugh is actually an old friend of mine from college. He's got the dirt on me. So we'll be gentle. Anyways, if you guys can hit the thumbs up, greatly appreciate it. Cost you nothing, takes you about a half second. Helps us a ton. Let's see. I kind of like the Timberwolves here plus the 7 against the Raptors. The Raptors just not a lot to play for in this game. They're at 57 wins. The Bucks are at 60. They are not going to catch them. The Sixers are at 50. They're not going to catch them. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves playing for pride. You know when teams are playing for pride, well, let's just say they play for pride. We'll take the Timberwolves here. We're getting 7 as a home dog. Those of you that have watched the show throughout the years, you know that of all teams in every sport, our worst records, the worst records that we have are Timberwolves games. Picking them, picking against them, any sport, any team, any pick I ever make involving the Minnesota Timberwolves, worst record of all of our picks. So we're going to go with the Timberwolves here as we close out the NBA regular season. Why not? We'll do one more NBA pick, and then we'll switch it over to the Diamond, where, I don't know, we've been doing pretty good this baseball season. I was 1-2 in my baseball picks yesterday. It was the first losing baseball that I've had in over a week. And we'll get to that in a second. Let's go one more NBA pick. I'll take the Bulls here, minus the 1.5 against the Knicks. The Knicks are in kind of that weird spot where, they have the worst overall record, and it's not going to help them or hurt them. The Bulls also at 22 wins, they're not going to move one way or another. They have the 4th worst record in the NBA. So I think playing at home, playing for pride, going to take the Chicago Bulls here to beat the Knicks as a favorite. They're one favorite of the NBA that we're taking here. Anyways, go to, I'm going to say anyways, even more times than ever. Since, so this is what happens, right? This is what happens. That people send me emails and they think like I'm not adept at the internet or something. Like I can't trace you back to who you are. I would say, I can't do it every time, but I would say 85 out of 100 times, if you think you're being anonymous when you're sending me this spam or swill or whatever you are, I could usually send you back a picture of your house and a list of all of your nearest relatives. That's how good I am at the internet. So this guy, his name was, oh God, we looked it all the way up. He was from Mississippi. I saw his house. It was worth about $286,000. Saw the whole thing. Something, let's see what his name is. It was like Zill or something. Oh man, something. I will have to find his name and we will say his name on the show. His name is, let's see, sent. See if we can find it. This guy thought he was being Mr. Smarty Pants. His name is John Ziller, 4837 Country Club Drive, Meridian, Mississippi, 39305. That's who he was, the guy who sent me the email. Do you know, he said, Mitch, do you know that it's impossible for adverbs to be plural? Impossible, all caps, exclamation point. Anyway, parentheses, S. With an S about, you say anyway with an S about 20 to 25 times per show. He must count, so we'll just throw a few more anyways. We'll throw a few more anyways in there so he can add the anyways to the other anyways that we said. So we'll bring it up to about 35 to 40 if we can. And you sound like an idiot. Well, I've been told that before. Anyways. You sound like an idiot because that's not even in the English dictionary. Respectfully, John. Well, John Dewin Ziller, age 46, of Meridian, Mississippi. His previous address was 3409 Grandview Ave in Meridian. And before that, he had a P.O. Box 175, P.O. Box, Meridian, Mississippi. Perry McNeil. Do you know this guy, John Ziller? He's 46 years old. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of spam recently, too. I had a lot of spam. But I get a lot of these, you know. I get a lot of emails from people, you know, that watch the show or, you know, hate me or love me, whatever the case may be. Oh, man. Oh, no, we get apology emails, too. We get it all. It happens. But let's get to baseball. Oh, man. We should do, my favorite email guy is that Manzoor said. I mean, he's the best. He is the best. And I'm sure because I'm mentioning him, because he hates me so much that he has his notifications on YouTube. Of course, let's see if we can get his email. We haven't shown one of his in a while. I saw it recently. Where was it? Where was his email? I saw it recently. It came up. Oh, well. We'll have to find him. If I can find his emails, we will show it on here, on the screen. It's just so beautiful, his words. Anyways, let's get to some Major League Baseball. Oh, it's my response to the grammar police guy is because they do it anonymously. Is that if you say it to my face and say I'm this person and then do that thing, it's the fact that they launch at me anonymously. That's what I'm getting at. That's the point. It's not to you know, whatever, you know. The point is that he did it anonymously. Okay? That's what I'm saying, is that you might think you're anonymous, but you're not. You're not as smart as you think you are. You're not as great as you think you are. I'm not as smart. I never say I was, smarter or not as smart or whatever, but it's like, if you want to take anonymous stabs and be a troll, then you pay the price. And you can, on your show, you can handle it however you like. On my show, I'm going to handle it however I'm going to like it. I'm going to take Jose Urena and the Marlins today over the Reds. Reds stink. If you want to lay minus 185 with the Cincinnati Reds, go for it. I will take my plus 165 with the Marlins. I don't even care if Urena's pitching. This guy, he can get hot sometimes. He's certainly not going to be confused for Clayton Kershaw in his Cy Young years anytime soon. And, the Marlins aren't going to be confused for the 27 Yankees. And maybe it is a bit of overreaction. Maybe it is. Maybe I went a little too far on that one. Maybe just a drop. Maybe if I just mentioned his name and said he's from this town, that would have been good enough. We could show pictures of his house, right, as my background tomorrow. That would be funny. By the way, appreciate you guys posting the pictures of the T-shirts that I've been sending out. And Thomas Maddock, aside from the Asia Orchids Day Spa picture, I would say Thomas Maddock outside Walter White's house in Breaking Bad wearing the sports chat shirt is awesome too. I love it. So that's kind of what the things that I had in mind when I had the T-shirt giveaway, was that you guys would take pictures of yourself, and, at stadiums, at different places, things that we talk about with people we don't like, or people we do like, or, anything like Matt Kuchar, right? Wearing the sports shed shirt or something, that would be funny. But anyways, Jose Urena, nothing funny about that. And Luis Castillo, like I said, if you want to lay minus 185 on the Cincinnati Reds, I'm not going to say anything about you personally. I'm not going to question anything that you do. It's your money. You can do it. I would get your head examined. Okay, I see he's minus 190 at a few books here. I see him as high as he's as high as minus 190. The Cincinnati Reds minus 190. They have lost 8 games in a row. Castillo's 0-1 on the season. I know he's got a 1.42 ERA, and I know Urena's got a 10.38 ERA. I understand all these things. Urena's had 2 bad starts this season. He's allowed 5 runs in each. He hasn't made it out of the 4th inning in either of these games. Okay? I know that. But last year, we saw some pretty good stuff from him, especially down the stretch. And 3.98, 3.82. You have to remember that baseball players, more than any other sport, well, pretty much like any other sport, well, more so than any other sport, because you see the age catch up with them a lot less. It's a lot slower over time. Baseball, more than any other sport, a player will play to the back of his baseball card. So when we look at Urena's 2017 and 2018, 3.82 and 3.98 ERA, and this year he's sitting at a 10.38 ERA. More than likely, he's going to put up numbers that's going to pull that ERA down, which it's not going to take much, right? Because 5 runs in 4.2 innings, that's what gets you at the 10.38 ERA. Yeah, I can't send T-shirts through YouTube comments. Can't do it. I wish I could. I wish I could say, okay, you guys all have T-shirts. Can't do it. If you have a problem with your shirt or whatever, you can get it. Email me. It's like, how hard is this? It's possible I didn't send it to you. It's possible you didn't win. If you weren't a premium member and you didn't win, you didn't get it. I didn't send you one. That's probably what could have happened, but I can look it up if you email me. But anyways, I'm taking the Marlins plus 165. If you're willing to lay minus 190 with the Cincinnati Reds, I don't care if Sandy Koufax is pitching. You need to get your head examined. Let's go with another free pick. I like Steven Strasburg here against Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola off to a bad start here. The Phillies have been winning a lot of close games. And, last night was no different. Strasburg was terrible in his first outing. I thought he might be done. But he's not done. He looked really good the last time out. And I expect him to look good here. I think the Phillies are the worst 7-2 team I've ever seen. And, they got lucky. It's like they get lucky with these 1-run wins. And I guess it's not luck, because the Brewers have a ton of 1-run wins also. But eventually, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And, you go up against a Steven Strasburg. Getting that 1 run is even tougher. I think they're in trouble. I don't like the way Nola started this season either. I'm going to take the Nats plus 118. Anyways, Grammar Police are out. It's like, you ever have anyone you guys are like just, regular people just like me. You ever send an email to someone and they question your, how you use the semicolon in your sentence? Have you ever had anyone do that? Well, imagine people doing that to you all day long. That's what I have. I understand that's what I signed up for. By doing sports chat plays, by doing picks and parlays, by doing some of the other sites that are going to be joining our network, and some of the other really exciting, I'm telling you, gigantic things that are happening with some of our other partners out there and people that we're going to be working with. And you guys are going to be floored. Trust me, I'm floored. But, I know that's what I signed up for, but if you have time to sit here and send me an email because Brett didn't use a semicolon right in his article, you got some serious fucking issues, man. I mean, serious problems. Anyways, let's go with another free pick here. I like the Texas Rangers plus 120 against the Diamondbacks. Rangers kind of slowing down a little bit, not as good on the road here as they were at home, but Mike Minor looked really good last time out. Zach Greinke, man, he looks just like a shell of his old self. Last time out, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 10 strikeouts, 2 bombs. His first time out, 3.2 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 3 strikeouts, 4 bombs, and 2 walks. He makes $32 million a year. That is, as we figured out the other day, an average of about $10,000 a pitch. So, at $10,000 a pitch, so if a guy fouls off like a few pitches, right, and he has like an 8-9 pitch at bat, it's a $90,000 batter, What if it's like, what if it's, I mean, who's the guy you don't want up, right? Like the real crappy hitter. I don't know. There's tons of them out there, but I guess most of the guys in the major leagues can play, right? But let's just say it's, I don't know. Whatever. You guys know what I mean. There's $90,000 bats out there going on. Anyways, we are taking the Nats plus 118 and the Rangers here at plus 120. I think these are more plays against, than anything else. And I think, I know it's Greinke's first home game of the season, but I don't care. I really don't care. I love my dog of the day pick today, by the way. We'll go one more pick. Let's see if we got one of these early. Oh, I like the White Sox. Irvin Santana against Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton. The Rays are really, really hot right now. They're playing extremely well. They've always been a very good road team, but you can't win on the road forever. Irvin Santana is a guy who, like, over the years, he's just a crafty veteran. Once again, minus 175 on a road team. And it's Charlie Morton. It's not Blake Snell, right? It's Charlie freaking Morton. Minus 175? I don't think so. We'll take the White Sox at plus 155. So we took a lot of dogs today. We took all dogs. We took one favorite on the whole show. Yeah, we're good. Anyways, Red Sox home opener today. We're not going to play it because I think my play would be the Blue Jays, but they can't hit the ball. They're just not getting any hits at all. Chris Sale looks like a mess. I'll tell you, the White Sox, speaking of the White Sox, they won that trade. The Chris Sale trade against the Red Sox clearly won that trade. And then they also won that trade of Quintana. Jose Quintana to the Cubs. They won that deal too. So, I think the White Sox, while it's bleak now, I think the future is bright. And I think they're going to, they're not going to lose them all. So this looks like a pretty likely spot. Anyways, we should do it. Anyways counter. Grizzlies plus 10.5, Timberwolves plus 7.5, Bulls minus 1.5, Marlins plus 165, Nationals plus 118, Rangers plus 120, White Sox plus 155. Tonight is Tuesday. That means I am on Sports Pick Info tonight with Tony T on the podcast, on the YouTube channel, all those things. If you guys have a chance, tune in. We usually go over a lot of stuff on those Sports Pick Info. Tony, pretty thorough. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow.